Well, my friends, the introduction to this video is going to be a little bit different as I already had a video pre-recorded for this morning talking about all the different things you want to make sure you have completed by next week when we get the new Climax Takeover mission. However, as you can see on screen, moments ago the game put out a message and they said the following: guess who's back, ready to take a dip in the stretch goals pool? Be ready on the 19th, agents. And to me, that profile sure as shit looks like the Lexington. Now, for those of you that may not know, that was a weapon that was granted to players a while back. A lot of people either didn't get one or they missed it completely, and it's one of the most sought after weapons and asked about weapons in the game. So it looks like we are going to be able to somehow pick up one in the future. And obviously next week when everything drops, I promise to bring you all of the information. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section, my fellow agents. On that note, we are going to cut to my pre-recorded video. It is incredibly important that you make sure you get yourself to level 100 in the season. We're going to talk about that. With all that being said, let's cut right to the footage. All right, my fellow agents, welcome back to the Gaming Brigade. And as of my recording this video, my friends, we are just 1 week away from the next Manhunt Takeover mission, which is how you're going to be able to get the new Tinkerer mask, which is easily one of the most anticipated exotics we have seen in a very long time. Therefore, in today's video, I'd like to take a few minutes, talk about a few things going on in the game right now. That way next week, when the Manhunt Takeover mission becomes available and they reintroduce the end of season stretch goals, you're up to speed and totally good to go. Now, as always, we're going to jump right into the details, and if you happen to enjoy this, do me a favor and hit that like button. It truly helps the channel out, and if you want to stay up to speed on all things Division, feel free to hit that subscribe or join button as well. Now, the first thing we're going to talk about is the Manhunt, and the reason for that is because in seasons past, in order to unlock the seasonal climax mission, you needed to complete every single weekly scout, and a lot of people kind of fall behind, and this is usually the week where people kind of frantically try to catch up. However, the game did implement a change this season where all you need to do is complete week 8 and week 12, and once you've done that, you will then be able to unlock the climax mission, which once again is how you're going to be able to get your hands on that new exotic mask. Now, for the record, you do have the option of completing the other weekly scouts, but it is not required in order to unlock that climax mission. And a lot of people out there kind of fall behind, like I said a moment ago, and you're doing that frantic chase to play catch up. Thankfully, you do not need to do that moving forward. So as we roll into next week, I did want to make sure you had that information. And as always, if you have any other questions I did not address, please let me know in the comment section and I'll do my best to get back to you as quick as I can. Now, the next thing we're going to talk about is what's going on in the game this week. And as you can see on screen, the game put out a message yesterday and they said the following: Season Pass XP is boosted 5 times from August 5th, which is today, to August 12th. Grind to level 100 and get ready for stretch goals. Post-cap rewards worth chasing. Something special is coming. Trust us, you'll want to be ready. Now, I know for a lot of players out there, including myself, you reached level 100 in the season a long time ago, so this really doesn't affect you. But for players who have not gotten to that level as yet, my fellow agents, now is the time to make that a priority, because with this event going on, you will be able to level up so incredibly fast. And just to clarify, for those of you that may not know, if you're not at level 100, you will not have access to those stretch goals. This is the week to farm, my fellow agents. Please don't wait until next week when the actual event is going on and you're all pissed off because you don't have access to them. This is your fair warning, so please make sure you take advantage of it. Now, as I start to wrap this video up, I do want to talk about the Tinkerer mask because, like I said at the very beginning of the video, this is going to be an incredibly popular item to use. You're going to see it in a ton of builds moving forward. Now, you can see that the talent for the Tinkerer is called Abridged. If your primary and secondary weapon are not exotic or named and of the same type, the secondary weapon's talent will also be applied to the primary weapon. Now, I gotta be honest with you, the second I saw this being introduced, my mind immediately went to a run and gun build using 2 SMGs. One has the talent close and personal, the other has the talent killer. You're just gonna be absolutely shredding everything left and right. So do me a favor as I wrap this video up. Let me know in the comment section, what are the different talent combinations you think of when you take a look at that exotic? Because there are gonna be a ton of builds to put together, my fellow agents. A lot of stuff to look forward to. On that note, I'm going to start to wrap this up. As always, I want to take a moment and thank you all for your incredible continued support. Please let me know of any other questions you have I did not address. Thank you once again for the privilege of your time. And as I mention at the end of every one of these, take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks again, everyone.